Good evening and welcome to Sunset News. As always, we bring you news, community stories, sports, weather, and so much more. I'm your host, Glenora Shipura. Getting into the news tonight, Triumphant College hosted Tanzania's Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Doto Biteko, who inspired a diverse audience with a speech on unity and Pan-Africanism. The event that was held at the main campus in Windhoek today highlighted the importance of solidarity in advancing Africa's goals and featured engaging discussions on potential collaborations between Tanzania and Namibia, such as language integration of Swahili at the Triumphant College. Let's take a look.
It's a profound honor to stand before you today at this college, a beacon of learning and progress here in Namibia. As we gather in this vibrant institution, I'm reminded of the enduring strength and unity that bind us as Africans. Our shared visions for prosperous and united Africa underscore the essence of Pan-Africanism, a movement rooted in the quest of solidarity and collective advancement. Pan-Africanism emerged in the 20th century as a response to global injustice faced by Africans and the people of African descent. Visionaries such as Kwame Nkrumah and Mwalimu Julius Nyerere championed this movement, advocating for the end of colonial domination and the realization of self-determination for African people. Their efforts were guided by a clear objective to unite African nations and people in their quest for liberation, equality, and economic prosperity. This is what brought up the Pan-Africanism in the continent. The journey of independence in the Southern Africa serves as a powerful statement to the success of achieving through solidarity. Countries like Zimbabwe, Namibia, Mozambique, and South Africa fought and worked together, often with the support of neighboring countries like Zambia and Tanzania, as well as some other African countries like Nigeria, Cameroon, and Ghana. To cast off the shock of colonial rules, this college, where we are now, is a beacon of our self-freedom, which has brought us ourselves to make sure we do things on our own without depending on our colonial masters.
In our next story, environmental protection is fundamental in Namibia's green hydrogen exploits. Vice President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah says in opening speech at Global Africa Hydrogen Summit happening in Windhoek. This video was contributed by Janice Hofmuth and Otis Daniels. Let's take a look.
According to our recently launched Green Industrialization Blueprint, those sustainable new industries complexity may offer compelling opportunities to create new jobs, diversify our economic output, and even augment our electricity and clean water production. However, like all other industrial complexes, our significant scale, careful attention needs to be paid to their potential footprint on our precious flora and faunas. Environmental is very fundamental. Environmental protection is very fundamental in Namibia. Namibia is committed to ensure that a fair balance is struck between economic development and ecological preservation. We are given natural resources and we have to make use of them. Hence, our Constitution obliged us to utilize our natural resources sustainably for the current and future generation.
The process of developing the Mamuno and Trans-Kalahari border post into a one-stop border post as agreed by the governments of Botswana and Namibia is nearing completion. Ankwetse Hunda, the Marketing and Communications Officer for the Trans-Kalahari Corridor Secretariat, announced that a trial run for the Mamuno/Trans-Kalahari OSBP commences on the 2nd of September. Hunda said that the trial run will be effective until the official launch of the Mamuno and Trans-Kalahari OSBP later this month, and serve the purpose of identifying and resolving any issues. We are testing the operational efficiency and functionality of the OSBP. This will include assessing the effectiveness of the new processes and systems designed to facilitate smoother travel. Now, stakeholders are therefore informed that the itemization of transit declaration has taken effect on the 2nd of September 2024. We commit to seamless movement of goods and people on the TKZ. The Executive Director of the Trans-Kalahari Corridor Secretariat, Lesile Mpofo, acknowledged that statistics showed that the trial run was moving very well. The trial run started at 6 a.m. and we did have some challenges on the Namibian side. They started at 8 a.m. We anticipating having some teething issues which we are resolving. Hunda explained that during the OSBP trial run process, travelers to Botswana will bypass the Namibian OSBP facility and only stop at the Botswana OSBP facility. They will approach the Namibian counters to undertake exit procedures that of Namibia and then proceed to the Botswana counters to process their entry into Botswana. On the other end, travelers to Namibia will bypass the Botswana OSBP facility and only stop at the Namibian OSBP facility. They will approach the Botswana counters to undertake exit procedures out of Botswana and proceed to the Namibian counters to process their entry into Namibia. Getting to our next story, the city of Windhoek recently shared highlights from its latest ordinary council meeting, covering key initiatives on climate change, international agreements, educational partnerships, and new urban developments. Council plans to renew its 5-year Memorandum of Understanding with the Namibia University of Science and Technology. The original MOU, signed in May 2019, expired earlier this year. Both parties have expressed a desire to continue their collaboration for another 5 years. The renewed MOU will focus on areas such as research, smart city technology, urban design, renewable energy, disaster management, and international relations. Council approved the development of a new township, Ochomwese Extension 12, in partnership with Omba Holdings Limited. This public-private partnership project will feature 146 urban with various land uses, integrating residential, business, institutional facilities, and public open spaces to create a vibrant community. The residential urban will range from 302 square meters, providing diverse housing options to meet different needs and enhance affordability. That concludes our top stories. On the other side of the break, we'll take a look at our entertainment news.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
Getting into our entertainment news, Namibian a cappella group VM6 has returned home triumphant after a 10-day tour of Russia, culminating in a performance at the Moscow A Cappella Festival and Contest. The group not only delivered over 25 performances throughout the festival, but also walked away with a coveted People's Choice Award. The Moscow A Cappella Festival is a global gathering attracting over 150 of the finest a cappella groups from around the world. Winning the People's Choice Award at the Moscow A Cappella Festival is an incredible honor, said Marcus Shizuka, spokesperson for VM6. In another update, MTC Windhoek Fashion Week is sending two of Namibia's leading fashion designers to represent Namibia at the prestigious Batho Fashion Week in Gaborone, Botswana, set for the 5th to the 6th of September. The designers representing Namibia are Armando van Wyk, the visionary founder of King A Apparel, and Jody Klassen, the creative force behind J Class. That concludes our entertainment news. On the other side of the break, we take a look at our story of the day.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Getting into our story of the day, the inaugural edition of the Global African Hydrogen Summit kick-started with a fireside discussion. The event, themed From Ambition to Action, Fueling Africa's Green Industrial Revolution, is hosted at the Safari Conference Center in Windhoek, Namibia. Janice Hofmuth and Otis Daniels gave this report.
Secondly, having a core team of technocrats, of economic and technical experts who can outline the basic concrete steps that need to be taken to lead you from where you are today to where you wish to be, so that the dream does indeed become a reality. And finally, I think it is having international and local private businesses that can respond to a framework that the government sets. My own view is that if Namibia can have this kind of leadership, then I have no doubt in my mind that it will realize the hopes and the aspirations that you have outlined. The speech, James, that you gave at Harvard Business School to my students was very inspiring, because you laid out the framework for the future and you spoke movingly about the dreams of the then president. It is my hope that the dreams of that president will continue in the future, and my own view is that if all the steps that you outlined in that speech are carried out, then the future is indeed very bright for Namibia.
Namibia Fish Consumption Promotion Trust has donated $300,000 million towards the Ondangwa Town Council. In our community talk, we take a look at this story. The Namibia Fish Consumption Promotion Trust has donated $300,000 million towards the Ondangwa Town Council to assist the local authority with the construction of its state-of-the-art sports facility, which is estimated to cost $240 million upon completion. NFCPT CEO Victor Pia, during the handover event this morning in Ondangwa, said that he believes the project that the Ondangwa Town Council has embarked upon is a project of national importance and is poised to benefit not only Ondangwa and the surrounding localities, but the entire northern regions and the country at large. Now, according to Economic News, Namibia records a trade deficit of $2.1 billion in July. We expand on this after the break.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@inmh.com.na.
Thank you for staying with Sunset News. Let's take a look at our economic news. Namibia recorded a trade deficit of $2.1 billion in July 2024, with exports at $10 billion and imports at $12 billion. Official data shows. According to the Namibia Statistics Agency's latest trade data, during the month, exports decreased by 23.5% from $13 billion recorded in June 2024 and increased by 21.2% when compared to July 2023. The import value decreased by 12.2% when compared to the value recorded in June 2024 and increased by 1% when compared to the value of $11.9 billion recorded in July 2023, said the NSA. China emerged as the country's largest export destination with a share of 27.6% of all goods exported, followed by South Africa with a share of 21.4%. Zambia, Botswana, and Spain form part of Namibia's top 5 export markets. The demand side saw South Africa maintaining her position as the country's largest source for imports, accounting for 42.1% of total imports into Namibia, followed by China in second position with 12.2% of the market share, said NSA's trade bulletin. Now, the United Arab Emirates, India, and Zambia form part of Namibia's top 5 import markets. Meanwhile, during the month, the manufacturing sector took the first position with the largest export of goods valued at $5.6 billion, absorbing 55.9% of total exports. Products from the industry increased by $160 million when compared to the previous month. Meanwhile, Namibia's trade by mode of transport revealed that in July 2024, vast goods were exported via sea transport, accounting for 53.3% of total exports, followed by road transport at 28.6% and air transport at 18.1%. From the demand side, road transport was the most frequent mode of transport, accounting for 58.4% of total imports, followed by sea transport with 37.4% and air transport with 4.1%. On the African Continental Free Trade Area, the focus country was Burundi, and for the month under review, Namibia was a net importer between the two countries. Let's take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.41, against the euro at 19.75, against the US dollar at 17.85. $2 gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, gold, copper, and Brent crude oil went down while platinum went up. Brent crude oil trading at 1.06%, going for $73 and 54 cents per barrel. In international news, Saudi Arabia scraps hotel licensing fees in bid to boost tourism. We get into this story after this.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Saudi Arabia decided on Wednesday to cancel fees for issuing commercial activity licenses for hotels, hotel apartments, and residential resorts in the kingdom. State news agency SPA reported the decision, effective from the 4th of September, is part of the Tourism Investment Enabler Program that Saudi Arabia launched in March, aimed at making the kingdom a global tourism powerhouse. This decision comes in line with the goals of the kingdom's Vision 2030 to make Saudi one of the most prominent tourist destinations in the world, SPA said. SPA added that the initiative would encourage investors to put more money into the tourism sector, which would increase the industry's contribution to gross domestic product. Saudi's Vision 2030 plans to modernize the Gulf Arab state and reduce its dependence on oil export revenue, with over $800 billion invested to diversify the economy. That concludes our international news. Let's take a look at our weather predictions. The capital city can expect a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 27 degrees Celsius with sunny weather conditions, while Katima Mulilo can expect a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius, also with sunny weather conditions. Handys Bay can expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius at a maximum of 16 degrees Celsius. Rehoboth can also expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius. That concludes our weather update. We'll now head over to the sports desk, proudly brought to you by SportsRep.
Well, good day, viewers. On today's Sunset News, brought to you by SportsRep, the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup has officially been launched and is scheduled to take place on the 19th of October. The event will be taking place at the Independence Stadium, and tickets are costing you $30. The teams that will be taking part in the men's competition is, of course, African Stars, who are the winner of the Demarine Premiership, that will be taking on defending champions, of course, that is Eshoke Chula Chula. And then by the women's competition, we do have Ongos Ladies that will be coming up as runners-up, and they'll be taking on Girls and Goals. And in the third match, this is more of like a celebrity, a fun match. We have the likes of King TD, Gaza, that will be taking part in the competition to compete for the wonderful prizes that we do have there. This is the 10th and the final edition of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup. Looking forward to what we have next. We have two athletes that will be taking part in the semi-finals of the T11 100 meters. Chris Kinder and Ananya Shikongo both went through to the semi-finals of the men's T11 100 at the Paris Paralympic Games in France. Shikongo finished with a time of 11 and 39 seconds, while Kinder finished third in a time of 11 and 57 seconds. They will be in action tonight at 9:09, so please do make sure to catch that action live. If you don't, always you can revert back to SportsRep Facebook page, and we'll be giving you the latest updates on how our athletes are doing that side. Well, from Brian Munango and the sports desk, it is goodbye.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there.
And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Do make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneup2.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every Monday to Thursday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Glenora Shipura, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.